Welcome to Reggie's World. My name is Reggie Reg, your cousin Reggie Reg on the radio. So a lot of people know me from Detroit, of course, because this is my hometown, Detroit, Michigan, and I had a dream to be on the radio at age 7. And from that dream at age 7, it became a quest for me, the young fella from Joy Road in Dexter in Detroit. Those of you that know Detroit, that's the hood. That's the neighborhood. That's where I was born over there. Came up in Palmer Woods, but I was born on Joy Road in Dexter. And I never forget where I come from. So I'm a brother from the neighborhood in Detroit, the big black city, Detroit, the mecca of black America. Detroit, that's where I's from. I's from Detroit. Love me some Detroit. I don't care what they say about this is my city. I love my city. Okay. I also had a chance to do radio in my second home, Los Angeles, California. Worked at KJLH in Inglewood. That's Stevie Wonder from Detroit. His radio, he owns that radio station. It's the Heritage Black Station in Los Angeles, California. I also did work in Tampa, Florida. 95.7 The Beat. Tampa Bay's #1 for hip hop and R&B. Joe Mama Johnson, program director. What's up, Joe Mama Johnson? Yeah, you checking us out? Hey, what's up, man? All my people's over in North Carolina. Greensboro, North Carolina. Worked at 97.1 WQMG. Shalyn Cole, program director. What's up, Shalyn? That's my girl. What's up? Love me some Shalyn. Also did radio in other cities. I lived in Baltimore, in the Baltimore area. Toledo, Ohio. Went to school at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Did radio there at Power 1550. Yeah, so I got a career in radio, which is a part of entertainment. Yours truly, your cousin Reggie Reg, on Reggie's World, the podcast, on ReggieRegRadio.com. And for those of you that are listening to me on ReggieRegRadio.com, you can also pull up any show that we do, any podcast. You can go to our website at ReggieRegRadio.com and go to the page that says podcast. And every one that we do, it's there for you to pull down at your leisure. It's called On Demand. So we are on demand for you in this new age of radio, which is not just a radio station on the corner with an antenna and terrestrial that you listen in your car and go home on your stereo. No, that those days, that's old and dead and gone. This is internet radio. And I'm Reggie Reg on internet radio with my station, ReggieRegRadio.com, which is a part of the family, or the mothership, should I say, Mojo, Electrifying Mojo. I talked to him the other day, Charles Johnson, Electrifying Mojo. The mothership connection, Midnight Funk Association. Those of you who can relate, those of you who can relate to that, what up, though? You all right? But it's just all about this new radio thing here. You know what I'm saying? And we're part of it. Terrestrial radio is just old and gone. So anyway, let me get to my point. Radio is part entertainment. I mean, we inform you and we entertain you. I've been doing that for my entire career, 36 years in radio broadcasting. Actually, it's more than that because we're still going. So entertainment. And we talk about Detroiters. On today's show, we have a Detroiter, a black woman, a beautiful black woman, a sister, who's from the D. And she's a great part of entertainment. Because when you think of Detroit, of course, the first thing in a person's mind, well, once they get past the thing about, oh, you live in Detroit? Oh, my God, you dodge bullets every day? Once you get past that felonious garbage, you know, Drug City back in the day with the Young Boys and Pony Down and the Chambers and the Currys and White Boy Rick. And now, you know, BMF has a cable show which you can watch the story of the BMF family and how they did their thing and how they came up Southwest Detroit, Terry and all them cats. But Detroit does have a community of entertainers of fashion designers, of models, of artists, spoken word, TV radio cats. And on today's program, let me tell you something. This young lady, she has the title, the current title of, check this out. Y'all ready for this? She's from Detroit, a sister. And she has the title right now of Miss Michigan. Y'all, welcome to Reggie's world. My girl, I know y'all ready to put your hands together. She is Miss Michigan, and her name is Latrice Delgado Macon. Y'all put your hands together for Latrice, y'all. Hey, how you doing, Miss Michigan?
What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
That is just incredible to have that, to be the reigning Miss Michigan, to have that title, and to walk around every day, carry that banner, receive phone calls from media. And I know, when you're the reigning Miss Michigan, they've got a layout for you. You've got probably your own publicist and everything that just takes you out there, puts you in front of these different communities, speaking to the senior community, the young people, going over to corporate America and talking. You just doing the damn thing, ain't you, young lady?
I'm doing it. I'm going to different schools, traveling all around the world, just getting my name out there and having people vote for me when I go to nationals.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be big right there. And let's talk about that.
Big.
Let's get to the nationals in a moment. But first, I want to say, I want to play around with you for a minute. Now, you are a fashion stylist. But that's the name of your game. You have degrees in fashion merchandising and business administration. We know all about that. And so you're an entertainer. You're a model, fashion stylist, all of that, and you're from Detroit. And so I gotta throw this at you. Names like Naomi Campbell, my girl Tyra Banks, old school from Somalia, Imani. She had her line of makeup. We're gonna talk about that too, about how they took her makeup line off the market for lack of diversity. She can't sell her makeup in the U.S. anymore because it ain't for white women. We're gonna talk about that. But do you get the chance? You've been doing this for a long time. We've known each other for a long time. But Latrice, do you get, Miss Michigan? Do you get the chance to meet these other mega entertainer, fashion stylist models? Do you get a chance to meet any of them?
It depends. It really depends on where you push yourself out there, right? So you got to push yourself out there to meet these people. You just got to go cold turkey and network with different people. So it depends on your personality, your persona, how you push your brand and everything out there. Because you got to remember, you are your brand. So people are not just going to meet you staying at home. You got to be able to put your face in front of them and introduce yourself. So it's all about who you are.
Who are some of the big guns that you had a chance to meet, to introduce yourself to, and if nothing more than just hello, maybe have something to eat with and just kick the bobos with?
Who, I don't want to sound too old, but I kicked it with a lot of people like Eminem, Jagged Edge, 112, Busta Rhymes. The list goes on. I worked with a lot of celebrities when it comes to the fashion industry and the editorial. So I worked with a lot, even ball players and baseball players.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, baseball is my favorite sport. I don't know if you know that. Baseball and boxing. I love those two sports, and I've had a chance myself to meet a lot of baseball ball players. As a matter of fact, Dave Justice, who Holly Berry, he was married to Holly Berry when he was at Atlanta Brave, and he would come to Detroit all the time with myself and Rob Parker. Rob Parker from ESPN, and we had a sports show called Sports Rap. It was myself, Rob Parker, and Ron Rice, who used to play with the Detroit Lions. We had a sports show, and Dave Justice would come to town all the time with us on our show and hang out with us at the casino. But yeah, so I get it. When you have that name and you carry the banners like Miss Michigan, and when you are at the level that you are, you interact with a lot of different people. And not only do I'm letting everybody know all your business, Latrice, Miss Michigan. Not only are you Miss Michigan, but you have the title of the modern day superwoman. Ooh, how does that feel? Modern day superwoman, you.
I'm honored. I am totally honored. I love it. I love being out here. I love my city of Detroit. So, I represented Detroit before I became Miss Michigan, took that title. So I had to go hard with my city. let them know what's going on in the community and everything, the fashion industry, all that. Because when you hear Detroit, they don't always put Detroit with fashion together. They always put Detroit with Motor City or the auto industry or whatever.
Right. So tell us, I want you to break it down and tell your story, because what we do here on ReggieRegRadio.com, the radio station, the parent company, of course, is Grown Folks Radio. And what we do, we're known. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to take this time to really explain to you and everybody else, Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, about what this really is all about. So I have a disclaimer that'll break it all down about the parent company, who I am, what ReggieRegRadio.com is all about, and the whole nine. So stand by. The views and opinions of Reggie's World podcast are absolutely positively those of Grown Folks Radio Network, the parent company, the Express Yourself Network. And due to the fact that we are broadcasting via internet radio and not the antiquated terrestrial radio broadcasting method, I can say what the hell I want to say without a program director who really does not care what the hell I say. But due to the fact that he works for a gigantic corporate radio group that really doesn't give a damn about the concerns that need to be addressed in my community, but they are instead standing on pins and needles with the FCC. So he tells me to refrain from being me by having a very strong opinion about any and every damn thing I wish to have a strong opinion about, followed by a threat to reprimand me if I continue to be my individual human self, by standing up for my absolute constitutional right to express myself through freedom of speech, which is a strong part of this nation's law of the land, instead of just simply allowing a brother to express himself. Well, for clarification, I am here on Reggie's World to speak as freely and as genuinely as I fucking please. Because as the title says, this is my world. So if you have a problem with me expressing my viewpoint on life's issues, then here's my recommendation for you, dear cousin. Turn me off. Turn me the hell off. And that there concludes this disclaimer. I'm just saying. I see you over there with that big, beautiful smile. Like, okay, now I get it. We understand now. So the parent company, Grown Folks Radio, the Express Yourself Network, and we like to tell stories. That's what it's all about. We all have a story. Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado, Delgado. I keep playing around with her. Delgado, get it right. Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan. We want you to tell your story. So break it down from the beginning. Who are you? Where you come from? What you all about, young lady?
My story goes long. So, I knew I wanted to be in the fashion industry at a very young age. I'm going to say at the age of 6. Watching my grandparents be seamstress, my grandmother be a model. I knew I wanted to be in the industry, but I didn't know how. They didn't even know how either. They just knew, the basics of it, right? So as I got older, I still wanted to be in the fashion industry. I didn't know how to get into it, but I went to school for business administration and fashion merchandising. And I said, I'm going to get into the fashion industry. I don't know how I'm going to get into it, but I'm going to get into it. So I started working with like a lot of people here in Michigan, like Rufus Bartels, with Fashion Party Weekends. I even went to Paris for a second, New York, and I got my feet wet. I started introducing myself to people. And I started a group because I needed extra money. Because, when you're in a fashion industry, you go broke. I don't care what no one says. You go broke. Because you want to stay in, right? You want to look good and all. You want to keep your hair done. You go broke. So I wanted to make extra money. So I earned extra money by dancing background in music videos. And that's how I got my foot into working with celebrities. So I worked with different celebrities like Eminem, Royce 5'9", Jagged Edge 112. The list goes on. UMV, they from East Lansing. So I work with different groups and I style their, their video shoots. I started video shoots with just a low, small, tiny budget, but I made it work. So after that point on, it was referrals after referrals. So I started working with different clients. And when I came back to Detroit, because you got to come back to Detroit, I came back to my city because I fell in love. Came back
Yeah.
to my city and I started my own business called The Styling Closet. And that branched off into working with different wardrobe stylists, training them into knowing how to pull and get into the fashion weeks and get into the fashion houses. Because we didn't have the resources. Back in early 2000s, it was hard for people like us to make it because people didn't want to give resources. People were scared to give resources.
Yeah. I think you hit something. Your audio's down. Let me see. Something on your end, audio. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can't hear me. Yeah, go back in. Yep. I'll just have to edit it. Just go back in. And remember where you left off. Okay. Okay, you there we go. So you remember where you left off?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
just try it. I'll edit. I'll edit. Go ahead.
Working with different people, whatever. So going in this industry, in Detroit industry, hold on, stop. I don't
Okay.
even know where I left off at.
You talking about how you Royce 5'9", you did some stuff with them, and then you went into something else. Just pick up from where you were working with a lot of different, because I couldn't remember exactly. You were saying
Okay.
something. Okay. Anywhere, I'll figure it out. We'll edit. Go ahead.
Okay. So I worked with different celebrities like Royce the 5'9", Eminem, Jack Dash 112. I mean, the list goes on. But back in early 2000s, it was hard for brown people, black people, African Americans to make it in the industry because there wasn't that many black fashion houses. And not only was it that many fashion houses, people didn't want to give resources or they didn't want to give information because they were scared of other people taking their roles or they shine, whatever. So it was hard for us to get that information. So instead of me trying to, work and trying to intern, I interned with different fashion houses in Paris and New York, and I got that connection with different celebrities and different fashion houses that I can work with. But I wanted to bring that back to Detroit. So I wanted to bring it back to Detroit, and I started an organization, nonprofit organization called Detroit Fashion Community, where we give the resources and we show people how to get into the fashion houses and to get into New York Fashion Weeks or write proposals on how to pull, because there's a lot of wardrobe stylists, they don't know how to connect with different stores like Macy's or Saks or whatever. So you got to be able to know how to pull from different stores, and they got to be able to trust you. So I wanted to bring that back to Detroit, which is, like I said, it's called Detroit Fashion Community. And we help young individuals get into the fashion industry and teach them about the fashion houses.
So are there a lot of people in Detroit, young people that want to come up and get into fashion designing, stylists, modeling, etc.? Because usually when I hear about somebody from Detroit that they're interested in something in entertainment or fashion, should I say, they're getting ready to move to New York, Chicago, LA, Atlanta. So how do you really find the level of folk enough of them to really start teaching people from Detroit about how they can better themselves in a career like fashion, styling, etc.
See, here's the thing. It's okay to move out the city. It's okay. It's okay. I tell people that every time. But come back to your city and give the young individuals the information on how to, make it outside their city. But here, when it comes to Detroit, they don't take us seriously here because it's not Detroit. When you hear Detroit, you don't think of fashion. You think of Motor City. But to believe it or not, when you think of Motor City and the auto industry, it's fashion because we got to be able to put the cars and parts and all that stuff together, making sure that it's beautiful on the inside by creating it, the colors and the trends of it inside. So it all relates to the same thing, but they don't take us seriously here. But I always say that if you can make it inside your city, it's okay to go outside your city and then just come right back and give the information, whatever, to help young individuals.
So we are here with Sister Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan. She is the current. She is the reigning Miss Michigan, and she also carries the title of the modern day Superwoman. Why? Because she just does a whole lot of great things, and she takes care of her family and her children and her husband so well. I just love her story. A dear friend of mine. So talking about being from Detroit and being in fashion, you're big time here. Why didn't there ever come a time where, I think I know you're going to answer this already, your family. Why didn't there come a time where somebody in LA or Chicago, New York said, hey, come to us. We need you. We love what you about. Come work for us out here at Ebony or some big house, big fashion house. Did that ever happen for you and you had to make the
Oh,
decision
it
to stay
happened
home?
for me. It happened for me. I created it for myself. I said, I want to be this person. I want to be in different movies. So believe it or not, Detroit had a lot of movies was shot here, like the Transformers. I got into that, styling that. They had Detroit 187. I styled that. Then we go on to New York Fashion Weeks where I wanted to get into the fashion houses, style for Tommy Hilfiger behind the scenes. So I style for a lot of big celebrities and fashion houses, even movies and production, right? When they see people from Detroit, they want to hire us because our cost of living here is lower than it is like New York and California. They love to hire us. So we just had to, be able to brand ourselves correctly, work with PRs or work with someone that's going to help us with our brand because that's very important. And when you put on your social media is very important. So you got to be able to, they got to be able to read your social media without them saying, oh, I don't know what this girl does. They want to be able to know that she does this and she's really good in fashion. You can tell off her portfolio on social media. So they looking for people like us in Detroit because Detroit, it's something about us. We're not that average New Yorker or California. They can tell that we from Detroit from a mile away. We got that style and that image here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we can make it. We can make it. It just depends on how you brand and market yourself and who you connect with.
You're right about that. Detroit got it going. Ain't no place
Yeah.
like Detroit. I don't care what they say. I've been all over this country. Lived there. Ain't nothing. Man, I don't get into that. But okay. Uh, so when you talk about branding, something you mentioned earlier, and the name Styling Closet, which was your first baby, your brain trust, your intellectual property. You talked about branding and how important that is in your career and your business of fashion and being a stylist. Talk more about Styling Closet. How did that come together? What was that really all about for you?
So the Styling Closet celebrated 20 years last year.
Yeah, hold on. Let's hold on. Wait. Represent.
Represent. So we started 20 years ago. Well, I started 20 years ago. I wanted to create something that I wanted to train people. So the whole point of it was to get a whole bunch of stylists who are interested in, wanted to do editorial shoots or whatever. And they needed some agency to go to instead of going to like, the Production Plus or iGroup. I wanted them to go to the Styling Closet. So they will hire us for different things. They say, Latrice, we may need an editorial shoot. We need 5 girls. So I would, five people to do this editorial shoot and it will work. So I made my connections with different stores like Macy's, like I said, Macy's, Somerset, Nordstrom. I made that connection with them. So if I'm not able to shoot the shoots, I'm able to send one of my interns or one of the workers or people I'm helping to send them to the store so they're able to pull because they trust my company and they trust my agency. So it's been like I said, we celebrated 20 years, and we do more than just styling. We do closet audits, as well as, if you're going out of town, we put your outfits and your packages and your luggages and all that stuff together. We get all that stuff designed for you. Even if your wedding day, you need help, we are here to assist you and style up and to make you look like a princess. So we're here to do all that.
Yeah, that is beautiful. And I remember some many moons ago, you say 20 years on Styling Closet, but it seems like it was longer than that, because do you remember when we connected at the North American International Auto Show? And I think you were there and you were bringing your team of models to the auto show, because, when we go, as you mentioned earlier, when we go see the new cars, you've got the ladies, the models who are, showcasing these automobiles. So remember the years, I thought it was more than 20 years ago when you were at the auto show with your team of models. Remember, was that before Styling Closet?
You're right. So originally it was called Fashions Off the Runway. So before the Styling Closet, it was called Fashion Off the Runway. And I had a lot of models. We'll go to the different auto shows, and we do red carpet. So we go inside and just do our thing. So it was called Fashions Off the Runway, but I was collaborating with someone. So we branched off, and then I started the Styling Closet.
Yeah, that's live. And you're still into that, the Styling Closet. You still represent when people need models for different events here in Southeast Michigan. They still call you because you, Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan, you can take care of that. You can provide. Right. I know that's right. I want to talk about something that, but I don't want to say ignorant, but some people, when you think of a model, you think of a female. And we know that men are models as well. I can't think of any names right off but name some male models, black male models.
Oh, I just interviewed one the other day. I can't even think of his name. Light skinned guy, green eyes. Oh my!
Jeremy. You got Tyson. Isn't Tyson Beckford? Jeremy. Tyson Beckford, right?
Tyson Beckford is one. But I just interviewed Jeremy the other day, and he was talking about his career in the modeling industry. He said he loves it. More men should get into it, because when you hear like model and fashion, you always think of women, but men are killing it in the fashion industry, you guys. So,
yeah, let's talk more about that. So, Jeremy, what was Jeremy with Old Navy? Because they do like commercials and stuff with Old Navy. You see them on TV doing, modeling clothes. Sometimes they do runway, but I remember a lot of times when I see men as models, I see them on TV, on commercials and things like that. Is that what Jeremy was doing?
So Jeremy does more than just modeling. He models for he's an actor too. So but let me tell you how he got started real quick. It's real brief. He went to jail for 15 years. His mug shot was the shot that made history. It went all viral. It went everywhere. Everybody was asking about him. I mean, women wanted him. And that was his start. Was his mug shot. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, a mug shot. Wow, right?
Wow. So yeah, ladies, check out Jeremy when you get a chance. Because I thought so Tyson Beckford did a lot, and he became actor as well. And I knew a couple of male models back in LA. When I lived in LA, we did a lot of shoots and stuff and videos, and they were in videos, music videos. And like I say, I knew one guy who did something for Old Navy. It was so long ago, I can't remember his name. But so men are big, and you say they really coming up, men, as far as models today, right?
And you can see it too, but when you look at a lot of stuff now, so things are totally different, right? You see NBA players now wearing skirts and sweaters and purses and all that. So fashion in the men's industry has taken a major turn. They're not wearing baggy suits anymore or baggy jeans. They're wearing skinny jeans and skirts. They're wearing tailored suits and everything. So you see a huge transformation when it comes to men's fashion.
That's a good question for you. What's your take on men who are athletes? And usually when there's an athlete, that means that you're more, you lift weights, you exercise, you're the strong mandingo. So when you see a man, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, whatever, and they start to do exactly what you're saying, they're starting to be a part of these trends, these fashions where they're wearing now skirts. Some people take that out of proportion, and they think that okay, that's gay. But in today's society, we are more accepting of the LGBTQ and that whole movement. So the coming together of this world, this nation, as far as our understanding of the LGBT type of community. So I guess this is the proper time to see these athletes representing in this way. Representing fashion is what you see first. I know it. You're not thinking they're gay. You're thinking that this is, that's hell of a fashion, right?
It's everyone making their statements. Everyone has a statement they're making, and these are people who wanted to have their alter ego, right? So their alter ego maybe is wearing a skirt or wearing a dress, and like I'm gonna say who started it all was Dennis Rodman. That's his name, Dennis Rodman.
Yo, Dennis Rodman. Now that's crazy. Yes. That's something different.
No, he started, but he basically started it all for people to be more like ball players, to be more accepting of their inner self, right? So we don't call it gay anymore because everyone's accepted to it. We are accustomed to it now. You remember early 2000s, we were like, oh my gosh, but now you got to hold hands and say kumbaya and be accepted to it. So that's what it is now. People are showing their alter ego. They want to embrace the feminine side, right? They want to put them dresses on. They said women get their hair and makeup and all that stuff done. So you seeing more men getting their nails and everything done, and they taking their fashion to a whole nother level,
Let me tell you something, Miss Michigan. So that we won't be confused about this. Let me put a disclaimer in a sense about Dennis Rodman. Listen, I knew Dennis. Listen, Dennis Rodman wasn't gay. He wasn't none of that. Listen, Dennis Rodman was nuts. That was a true nut case. This guy, in the 90s now, put on a wedding dress, a full wedding dress, put on lipstick, take his nails and get. Now this is the 90s. Now this 2022 right now. This is the 90s, and this guy is wearing fingernails, lipstick, and he's a 6'10" basketball player. But he was Looney Tunes. He wasn't gay or any of that. He was Looney Tunes. Okay, so let's clear that up for a second. I love him to death, but he was straight Looney. So and when he was with Madonna, I thought that was I saw them out in L.A. On the elevator. Anyway, it's another story for another day. But you are so funny. So. Yeah, and that's good. So I wanted to ask you about the LGBT, since we brought that up, the LGBTQ community. Do you have relationships with that group of people? Because a lot of them have that alter ego. A lot of them love fashion. A lot of them love the glitz and the glamour. So are you connected to that community?
Yes, and believe it or not, Reggie, like in a pageant, I'm in a pageant world too. So not just fashion and the pageant and all that, right? So in a pageant for Miss USA, they just had their pageant 2 weeks ago when they, announced the new Mrs. USA and preteen. But one of the contestants was a transgender. She was a
Oh,
man
wow.
who changed her whole sexuality, whatever, her vibe and all. But she looked amazing, super amazing. I don't have nothing against that. Whatever you think, who you are, embrace who you are, whatever. But make sure you just embrace it on a positive note, because some people can take it too far. Embrace it on a positive note. Accept who you are and go from there. Because it's nothing like when people play around with other people's saying that they're women and they're not, or saying that they're men and they're not. So I want people to be very clear about their sexuality and just be, open to it. But like I said, in the pageant world, they're accepting transgenders now. So you could be a transgender, running for Miss USA. But I don't think the world is really ready for that just yet. I think it's good for them to come into the play and showing people that, hey, it don't have to just be women. It could be men and women running for the same thing, or trans running from the same thing. So I think they're embracing it a little bit more. But I don't think, to be honest, I don't think the world is ready for that just yet.
What's your man's name on? He has some roots in Detroit, but he's not from Detroit. He's gay. Let's see. He does a cable TV show, a
Not
competition.
RuPaul. Is it RuPaul?
RuPaul.
Yeah.
Something about RuPaul. I mean, you just got to respect this guy. I mean, and he's been out for a long many moons. Doing the same thing. And RuPaul, he's got his own on a certain network. They put his show, and I think he's still on. They do this. They do it what do you call it? The transgenders doing their shows and stuff, and they compete. So that's awesome. And everything they're doing is based on fashion and styling and designing and glitz and glamour. So RuPaul is the man. You ever get a chance to run into RuPaul?
I haven't, believe it or not, but I would love to. So RuPaul, if you watching, what's up? I would love to because I love the fact that he was married at one point in time because he was
Yeah,
scared of
yeah.
how people was going to accept him. But I love him as a transgender. I think he's amazing. Or I'm sorry, a drag queen.
Drag
He's a
queen. There you go.
drag queen.
Yeah.
That's yeah. We gotta make sure we word that right. He's a drag queen. I love the fact that he embraces it and it looks good on him. Some people are like, oh, stop, but it looks great on him. He know exactly what he's doing. He's killing it in the fashion industry. I'm like, he's bringing the other drag queens out with him. He's like taking everybody, with him. Like, you got to have that seat at the table. He's taking everybody with him and showing everyone, look, this was going on in the world nowadays. Come and watch it. And not even just RuPaul. They even got a show called Pose when they showing transgender and everything. So I love it. I love the fact that people can embrace themselves. I totally love it. And look, I take notes from them. I take notes from RuPaul because he be coming with it. And a lot of these like the transgenders, whatever, they makeup, it's flawless. And it be looking better than the women.
Yeah, so RuPaul, I just love it because he commands respect. He does his thing, and he just does it, and he just keeps going up level after level. He's the man, just commanding respect. So bless his heart. Another area I like to touch on. For those of you who are just joining me, this is Reggie's World, the podcast on ReggieRegRadio.com. If you're listening to us and you like to see it, what you do is you go to our website, ReggieRegRadio.com, and you go to our podcast page and you look up Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon. Pull it down and you can just check this out on demand whenever you want to look at her beautiful face. And fellas, be cool because you hear what I say. I said Latrice Delgado /Macon. So that means she got a husband. You better leave that alone. So forget about that. She fine as hell, but she got her own family to tend to. Miss Michigan is on the line with us today. And so you do a lot of work with fashion and styling and modeling, etc. But off the cuff, you're also known for helping in the community. And it says here on your bio, a savvy modern philanthropist and influencer in your community. Talk about that. Tell us about that, Miss Michigan.
Yes. So my platform that I really, really, really sincere about is mental health illness and mental health, right? Because in the mental health in the Black community is major. We need to talk about it more. We don't talk about it. So I like to share my story to middle schoolers because middle school is where the age group where they learn about themselves, right? They're going through the whole puberty stages. They don't know what they like or whatever the case may be. So I like to talk to more so middle school and high school kids to let them know about mental health and everything. It's okay to talk about it. I think they should have a class on it. So so we can relate to this because if we don't talk about this more, it's going to be out of hand. People are going to react on a different ways. Suicidal is going to go up. But I think that we need to talk about it because females go through being sexually molested by fathers or cousins or whatever, and they don't want to talk about it. You got men are being molested. So we need to talk about this more in the Black community. So my platform, like I said, is mental health, because if we're not talking about this, it's going to, like I said, it's going to cause suicide. And we don't want that suicidal rate to go up in the Black community. We want to talk about this more.
Yeah, and it's good that you do that. What are you doing as far as philanthropy? Is it your public speaking, giving back to the community? How are you representing as a philanthropist?
Yeah, so I go back for public speaking. I even do like different fashion shows for a cause. So we can donate for different things, like for mental health or septic cancer. So fashion shows for different cause. Connecting with the middle schoolers, like I said, and high school individuals on how to talk about, how they really feeling. And, credit. We want to talk about money and credit and breaking that generational wealth, bringing it to our community. We want to have that here and telling people to own properties and real estate and everything, right? So I want to be able to do that, use my platform, going to different places and raising money if I have to for scholarships. So yeah, that's what I do.
So we are here with Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, and she is a motivational speaker. She's Miss Michigan. She's a fashion designer. She's a fashion editor. Let's stop right there because this list is so long. A fashion editor for Beautiful Magazine. What's that all about?
Beautiful Machine Magazine. So this is a Detroit-based, black-owned. I'm the fashion editor for them. So I write all the articles on the latest trends, who to shop for, who's hot to watch. I write those articles on them. We do photo shoots, the before and after. So like we want to show you how to embrace new looks and how to love yourself in your own skin. So we do all that. So we do all that. And when it comes to the fashion industry, we just connect with different black fashion designers and businesses and tell you where to shop at.
Excellent. So the list is so long. I want to go down this list, Miss Michigan, and I'll hit a name, and let's just talk about each of them individually. So when I say the name, just tell us about your cooperation or your relationship with these certain brands. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Miss Michigan is on the line with your cousin Reggie Reg on Reggie's World. Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan. Okay, here we go. So this long list, Miss Michigan. Gucci.
Gucci.
Ooh,
Celebrate
yeah.
my 10-year anniversary with them. They wanted
10
to
years?
sign me.
10 years with Gucci?
10 years for Gucci. If you mention my name or the styling closet at Gucci Somerset, you get a discount.
Really?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. But break that down. You and Gucci, how did that relationship happen, and what exactly are you doing for Gucci?
So at Gucci Somerset Collections, they had me do all the visual merchandising. So I did all their displays and everything. Anything that I talk about on my Instagram or my platforms, a purse or handbags, scarves, wallets, whatever, you can use that same quote, whatever I say, whatever the password or whatever the famous quote is. You can go back to the store and get a discount, and I get paid off of that.
Hey, you better get paid. Come on now. Hey, you ain't doing it for free. That's what you do. But Gucci is just a name that's synonymous with fashion and anybody and everybody around the world. I don't care if you're from the east side of Detroit or if you're from down in Sydney, Australia. When you hear the name, the brand Gucci, come on now, and especially black people, we spend more through retail every year than any other race of people. And if don't nobody know about no Gucci, it's black people's here in America, because every time you look around, you see a sister and a brother walking around with a Gucci bag, some Gucci shoes, some Gucci glasses. So you already know Gucci big time, right? So that's good that you have an awesome relationship with Gucci. Okay, going down the list, Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon with Reggie Reg. Okay, the next is this is a brand that I think my niece loves to shop at, and my sister back in the day used to shop here all the time. Banana Republic. What's up with that?
Banana Republic, same thing. I go in there and do some of their visual displays time to time, put my input on it as a wardrobe stylist and stylist picks. So whatever I talk about on the news or the media or whatever, you can still go there and say the styling closet scene is on the styling closet and get percent off as that as well.
Now, are you able to, because you're working with Gucci, you're working with Banana Republic, you guys have an ongoing relationship, deal, however. So are you able to say, hey, I'm going out of town. Me and my husband going to Paris for the next couple of weeks, and why don't y'all run me this outfit? Would Gucci work with you or Banana Republic to clothe you for some events or whatever you personally need?
Yep, Gucci, Banana Republic, Neiman Marcus, Saks, all of them would do it. It depends on your name though. If your name big enough for you to do that, then they'll allow you to pull from their store and take it back. But you got to make sure that you took it out the same way and take it back to the store the same way, because if you don't, they're going to charge you that $5,000. Believe it or
Really?
not.
So they give you outfits to wear at events or whatever you need, but you got to bring it back in good condition or they're going to charge you for it.
Yep. Sometimes they'll give it to you. It depends. It depends if they give it to you. Sometimes they will. If it's like out of season, they're like, okay, you can just have it. But if it's in season right now, they're gonna say, hey, we got to make sure you bring this back the same way, or we're gonna have to charge you for something. It could be a bead missing. They would charge you for that.
Wow. So when you go on a trip or you do some event or whatever, and you call your Gucci people and you say, hey, I'll run that little that dress right there. So they'll give you the dress, and you go out and do your thing with your husband. Y'all show out in Chicago somewhere, just showcasing your good looks in this Gucci. You Miss Michigan hanging out in Chicago with your husband, looking all good and that carrying on. And so when you get done, you come back. When you take that dress back to Gucci, do you have to take it to the cleaners before you give it back, or how does that work?
You gotta take it to the cleaners. They're gonna take it to the cleaners too, but they want you to take it to the cleaners because they want to know that you respect the merchandise as much as they do. So you have to take it to the cleaners, even though they're gonna take it to the cleaners right after you. That is its protocol. Yeah.
Get it, get it. Yeah, those are some of the things that we don't think about it. We don't know, but it does happen. And I was sure you were able to do that because you have this relationship with Gucci, with Banana Republic. Okay, another brand down your long list, Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon. Your long list of things that you do and relationships that you have. Here's something that we all know and love so well: the network of BET, and you're doing something with BET.com. What is that all about?
Yes, you guys. So me being a wardrobe stylist, all my work gets on BET.com. So you can see who styled it, who all my work, like from styling, hair, and all that stuff. So if you are a hairstylist and all that, you will see all that on there, written on there. It's always on there. They talk about even if you see like people hosting, I'm styling it. So they'll say, hey, Latrice Delgado, Mitch, she styled this, blah, blah, blah. Or the editorial will be on there. They could be like, hey, you can shop with her. She's in Michigan based, but she would have all the links for you to shop where to go shopping at.
Wow. So, and that's on BT.com. So, are you able to, or have you already done something on the set, or some of the shows that are on BT? Do you style for some of the personalities there?
So you guys remember the show called The Game? I
Mm-hmm.
used to style for Hernandez Sanchez. So every
Yeah.
time he needed me, I would go to him, go to California to style for the set for just for him. And he comes here and we do like a lot of like speaking engagements and I'll style him for that. So we yeah, yeah, they will have all the information on there and he'll talk about it and it'll be on his Instagram as well. And movies he wrote, I styled every movie he wrote here.
Really? Wow. Hot stuff, Miss Michigan. Okay, we got this long list, y'all. Okay, it's Reggie Reg up in here. Your cousin Reggie Reg on Reggie's World. I'm here with Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, and we're going down her long list. All these people, this list so long, I don't even think we're gonna have time in this hour. Hour will be up in a minute. We still ain't halfway through. Okay, so our next in line is how about this? Seagram's Gin. Hey, y'all want to get your drink on? Seagram's Gin is the place to be, and that's the product to have. And Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, she represents Seagram's Gin. What is that all about?
So, me being in the model industry, the modeling the fashion, Secret Gym will have this event where they host doing a model search. And they always will call me to put the event and everything together, the production side of it. So I will be that one who will put it all together, choosing a model for the next cover shoot or the next spread, whatever. So I'm that girl.
I know that's right. So is it like anytime Seagram's Gin does anything in Southeast Michigan, you're going to be a part of it, or is it like specific things that you do for them per year?
Yes. So it's both. It could be specific things that I do for them. So if they have a model search and they want to do it in Michigan or Detroit, Southeast Detroit, whatever, Michigan, whatever, I'm the one who's choosing the models and putting the event together or doing the model picking. And then if it's international, whatever model that I choose, we go to the spot. If it's Miami or Mexico, whatever, I'm the one who putting the outfits and everything together.
Mm. I want to talk about that in a minute too, about picking models. Okay, we're still on this list, this long list. Let's see here. Here's a brand that a lot of us know so well because, especially in my generation, the hip hop community, this name has been synonymous for styling and everything, and it's the a department store, Lord and Taylor. And I know you do a lot of stuff out at the Somerset Collection in Troy altogether, but Lord and Taylor, that's big time for you already know. So, how's your relationship with Lord and Taylor?
So Lauren Taylor, they went out of business 2 years ago. But we did the styling closet did an annual event there at Somerset Collections where we highlight the new trends and the new perfume or whatever, we highlighted that. So it's like Gucci and Banana Republic, whatever I talked about, you'll get discounts on that. But the difference between Banana Republic and Gucci, Lauren Taylor actually gave me all the clothes and items that I talked about. So that was the
Mm.
plus for them. And Macy's.
Really? Okay, yeah, Macy's. Okay, so hey, come on, Macy's, that's big time. So you actually have a deal with Macy's? What are you doing with Macy's?
So Macy's this year for the last 2 years are highlighting all Black designers. If you go to Macy's right now, you will see all their Black designers with INC, Bar 3, all that. So they're hiring all Black designers. So I go there. They have a whole area set up for me at Somerset Collections. When I talk about it internationally, go there, highlight all the must-haves, but highlight all the Black designers because I think that's so major. Highlight the must-haves that you want to have for spring, summer, fall, winter, even holidays. So we just talk about the must-haves, whatever you want to have, the discounts and all that at Macy's.
Let's stick with the Black designers. I like that. Let's go there. So you're at Macy's and all the Black designers, they got you, doing your thing with them. Who are some of the hottest, the top and hottest Black designers today? What are the names?
Woo, so many. Oh my God, I can't even think of right now. Okay, so Puffy's baby's mother. What is his name? I can't think of it. The Chauncey, is it Chauncey or Quincy? Not Quincy. The cute, they all cute. Let me rephrase that. They all cute, but the brown skin one with the curly hair.
I
Okay,
don't know.
his mom. I can't think of her name right now. I'm so bad,
Right,
y'all. This is so bad.
right.
But she's one of the designers at Macy's Somerset right now with INC. So she's representing the hip hop industry. Bringing back that old school late 90s, early 2000 looks, whatever. So you're gonna see a lot of like the jumpers. A lot of people wearing jumpsuits and everything, and she's bringing back that glam within the 90s and the 2000s. So I think that is excellent. She got even the coochie spill on there, whatever. She got a little bit of everything. So she's bringing that hip hop into INC at all the Macy's.
Miss Michigan, are there any Black male designers today, like young Black males, preferably young, because I know some of the older ones, but are there any young Black men who are designers and they're big time today?
Believe it or not, it's more Black men designers than there is Black women designers. It's a lot,
What?
but they're not getting recognized. I can't name them off bat. Oh my God, my brain is not working with me right now, but I have like at least 20 of them. 5 of them styled for Macy's as well. One of them styled for Bar 3 at Macy's. He's incredible. When I think of his name, you guys, I'm gonna put it up, make sure Reggie put it on there for you guys can check him out, the link. But it's a lot of men designers are killing it. We just had one who just passed away not too long ago, Louis Vuitton. So he was a designer as well. So we have some incredible Black designers that's out here. We just got to be able to make more room at the table for us or create our own fashion houses for us.
Now, Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, you, of course, a fashion stylist yourself. When you pick a model, when, I don't know, General Motors, just for an example, they call you up and they say, hey, Sister Latrice, Miss Latrice, we want you to pick some models for this big fashion show or models. We're going to do a model search and we need some help on just setting that whole thing up with some other models. What do you look at when you're picking a model for a certain event?
Yeah. So you don't have to be that tall girl anymore. You have to have something that stands you out from the rest, right? So it could be anything. It could be your unique smile, beautiful skin, your eyes. It could be anything. Girls, Black women nowadays are going natural. So a lot of us are going natural. We're not wearing the weaves anymore. And I look
Good.
for
Hey, I want to stop you there. I
natural.
want to stop you there and say that's a damn good thing that y'all going natural. Go ahead. I just had to say
Yep.
that.
So you see a lot of that. So we all going natural. A lot of people are showing their freckles now with their beautiful skins and everything. So it's less of everything. You see less of everything. And I think that is the major thing. Like Bottega, when they was looking for models here, the first thing they was looking for was natural beauty. The person who had that natural skin. See, the Bottega was different, more of the height. and it was looking for something unique about that person to walk down the runway. So you got to come with confidence. It don't matter how you feeling, whatever, but if you can turn heads in a room, you're the person I want to model for me.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So no longer is it like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or whatever, where you got to be 6'2" and 120 pounds, or like you ain't ate in 2 years. It's different now. And one group of sisters that I love so much, and I was about to go here because you're starting to see this as well. You're saying they come with the freckles, they got the natural hair, but my full figured sisters. I've seen models out here. I swear to God, listen, I was watching a commercial the other day. I can't remember the brand because I wasn't paying attention because I was like amazed at how beautiful this sister. It was a sister. She had to be it had to be 6 feet. And she was wearing 200 some pounds. Okay. And she was something, at least 200 pounds. And she was 6 feet, something like that. And she had this outfit on. And I was like, what? And I was all in, and she looked beautiful. I was like, man, I think I'm going to get my girl to buy one of those. You know what I'm saying? So what about full figure sisters? Do you put them on at some of the shows?
Believe it or not, you guys, full figure, plus size women and men, they have more confidence than the skinny chicks. Now, I'm just saying they do. They come in the room and they kill it. They fashion sense. I mean, everything. They killing it. If you see a lot of full figure, plus size women, beautiful. They are beautiful and they embracing their bodies, more. But in the skinny women, I'm not gonna say skinny women because but I'm gonna say women are the particular size. They're more like concerned about how their body looks or whatever. And full figure women, they go in there with confidence, like I don't care no more. This weight not going anywhere. We're gonna embrace it, and they kill it every time.
I tell you, the full figure sisters. Let me tell you something here, Sister Miss Michigan. Back in my, the peak of my radio career back in the day, it's something about the full figure sister. They just loved them some Reggie Reg, little yellow boy. I don't know what it was, but everywhere I went, I mean, the females was out there doing it, but the full figure, and it was my babies too. So to this day, I love being a full figure sister. And when you say that they full figure and they just represent, they feel good about themselves, and you say, go do this show, put this on, they get out there just flexing and determination. And I already know it. That's why I say that I talk about the full figure sisters, and hey, shout out to them. And you guys keep doing what you do well. And something I want to ask, something I want to ask you now, Sister Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan. Okay, Reggie Reg, this is me, your cousin Reggie Reg. We're here on ReggieRegRadio.com, and we're doing Reggie's World, the podcast. So what if my mom and my sister, and anytime I have a female, and I'm what y'all call dating, I hate that term, dating. They always say that it's something about me and the way I dress, and I really don't care about my dress. I never have. Forgive me, but the question I have for you, maybe you'll change things for me. But all my life, I wish we could all be blind like Stevie Wonder, and it doesn't matter about what I'm wearing, because it seems like people always, it's all about what you look like, and if you look good, then I want you. I want to hear you. I want to be with you. But if you don't look good, I don't. And I always think of a picture. It was a story about Jesus, who came in the form of a hobo, a bum, with full beard, smell bad, big old trench coat on, and looked like he's homeless and needs something to eat and stank and all that. And then he tried to test people. He walked past people and talked to people, and most people like, ugh, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone, get out of my face. And then when he took the disguise off, it was Jesus. And then the whole story changed. So anyway, my point is, I never really cared about what I have on my styling and that type of thing. I never wanted to profile and be a pompous, bombastic type of person. So what I want to ask you is, if I came to you and I said, Sister Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan, I need you to go into your closet of ideas, and help me redefine me. Let's redo Reggie Reg. What would you do as far as taking me and styling me, Reggie Reg? The Reggie Reg that you've been listening to on the radio for years. You've been a friend of mine for ages, and you know me. What would you do? Let's talk about detailed a description of how you would take me and make me and turn me out in fashion, which you know so well.
Oh, Reggie. Reg. That's such a difficult question.
No, this is what you
But
do.
since you asked, I would, I always tell people dress how you feel. For one, dress how you feel. You got Yeezy, making clothes that look like homeless people clothes sometimes, and then people pay for it. They'll pay $5,000 for it. But the thing is, for you, you look great. So I was like clean it up a bit, You don't have to put no suit on because you're Reggie. Everybody know who Reggie is. Just put a nice, graphic t-shirt, some nice denim, whatever. Great pair of tennis shoes, some nice, some kickbacks, whatever. If you want to put a blazer on it, you can put a blazer on it with a nice watch and do it like that. Make it real simple but clean.
So could I rock my top tens and then a
Yes.
blazer, or should I? Would tens be good?
You can rock your tens. You can put Jordans on. You know what I'm saying? But long as you make it look clean and presentable, people gonna be like, "Oh, I like his style." They're gonna say, "I like your style," regardless, But you want to make it clean so they can be like, "Oh, he's cute."
Right, like I used to be about 30 years ago. So I have my tens on and my Jordans, and I got a nice little blazer to go with it. Is my shirt buttoned down? No, you said t-shirt. T-shirt. How would that
A
go? Do I need
graphic tee.
Okay, and then so the tee, and then wear my blazer over the tee.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then how about jeans? So I know what's the best. What brand jeans would you put me in?
Man, it's so many. You could wear any jeans, but if you wear jeans, put it like this: if you wear jeans, make sure they're nice and tailored. They're not those baggy jeans that nobody want to wear anymore. They got to be nice and tailored because it looks clean.
That's a cleaner look. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, and how about this? I'm not a jewelry guy, so I don't want to rock no jewelry. I don't wear watches. I don't wear earrings. I don't never wear any of that. So I'm not gonna rock the jewelry. So let's leave that to the side because I know you do that as well when you talk about fixing somebody up. But let's talk. Okay, so and then my hair, I got to get that cut, get that groomed, and everything. I don't do no makeup, so as long as I'm clean, I'm good. What about a cologne or a some type of oil? Because I'm into that natural stuff. What type of flavor to the scent should I wear it? Should it be something soft or woody when I'm around, where I go, and maybe I'm at an event and some women might walk up? Should it be something woody or something spicy or fly? What do you think about the smell, the cologne or whatever I would wear?
I'm all about the woody kind of smell. Like more so Gucci has a great cologne and it smells so good. I don't know the name of it. Gucci has a great one. Calvin Klein has a really good one. Chanel is starting to carry men's cologne as well. And it's really good, but it's more so of woody, but it's real soft. It's real soft to it, but it smells real good. Um, but Gucci is real good. I'm gonna think of the Gucci one. It's real good.
Mm-hmm.
Every lady like it. Every woman like it. When you smell it, it's like.
Okay, I need that. I need that. Okay, so make sure you remember this. You hit me up and tell me what that. I'm gonna get that. All right. So if I don't do nothing else, I'm getting that. So
Yeah.
yeah, but so you gonna hook me up? I know it. You get my girl, Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan, and let's go. Before we close, I want to go into the back to Miss Michigan. You are the reigning Miss Michigan. Congratulations once again, y'all. Put your hands together. I got Miss Michigan up in here. Okay, what y'all say? So the Nationals, Latrice Delgado Macon, Miss Michigan. You're Miss Michigan, the reigning, and then you've got the Nationals because you're going to go try to be Miss USA, right? Or Miss
Well, I'm gonna
America.
be Miss US Continental Worldwide.
Explain that to us. What's that all about?
So it's 20 different pageants, USA, America, and all that. This year I competed in two different pageants, America and US Continental. American pageant, I came in third place, and the US Continental, I won it all. So after you win the state title, you go into the national titles, and my national titles is next year in June. So I got 6 months to prepare, and it's hardcore 6 months. You got to make sure your skin's good. You got to make sure your body's tight. Even your speaking, because the questions are the challenging ones. You got to make sure you are challenging yourself with the questions, and your platform is out of control, right? You got to make sure you representing your platform. and out there promoting yourself. So in January, you guys, you're gonna see me starting really promoting myself. I'm going to start off in New York, and I'm gonna come back here. Then I'm gonna go to Paris. So I'm gonna go to different places where I'm promoting myself as international, so they can see, who to vote for and everything. So I'm excited.
Yeah, we're excited for you, and hey, we're praying for you. Go get it, girl, Miss Michigan. We
I'm
need you.
getting it. I'm winning. I'm manifested.
Hey, we need you to go from Miss Michigan to Miss Universe. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is. After that, you go to Universe.
Right there. So you go.
Get there.
Go get it. Go get it. So are you nervous already about the questions? Because we all watch pageants, and it seems like I don't want to say easy before the questions, because all you're doing is you're getting pretty, putting on your bathing suit and whatever they do, you're just doing your stuff, you're walking and doing what you do best. But when they come to those questions, I've seen some of those questions, and after the questions asked, I've seen some of the facial reactions to some of those contestants. So are you like nervous already about the questions? What if it is a really tough question?
Here's the thing that people don't know. They give us questions before we go on stage, before the pageant even start, so you can prepare mentally for it. But the thing when you get on stage is totally different from preparing for it and getting on stage. When you on stage, it's like, oh, what was the question again? Oh my God, I forgot how to answer that. It's like you get stage struck, you get frightened, and then you listen to other people answer their questions, and some people listen to it so they kind of tone it out and they don't know how to answer the questions. So that's how it is. You get stuck. So what I tell people is close your eyes and speak. If you close your eyes and speak, you can win it all, but you got to train for it. They give us questions beforehand, and it's whatever one they ask us.
She is the modern day superwoman. She is Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon, my girl. Been knowing you for quite some time, and like I say, we've been good friends. We're gonna continue to be good friends and do some work together. We did a fashion show, something. We did one together. We're putting another together. Anyway, it's always good to work with you. Congratulations on being Miss Michigan. We want to say we love you, and you need to go ahead and real quick put something out there about how people can reach you, how they can get you on social media, and you know the whole nine.
So all my social media is Latrice Delgado Macon _ or Latrice Delgado Macon on everything. So you can reach me on that. My email is latricedelgadomacon@gmail.com. So everything Latrice Delgado Macon.
Y'all put y'all funky hands together for my girl, Miss Michigan, Latrice Delgado Macon. Thanks again. We love you. Love you. You be blessed. Thanks for hanging out with us today, cousin. And we'll talk to you again on the next episode of Reggie's World. Until we talk again, I want you listening? I want you to be blessed.